Dun 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 dun. Hey everybody, this is TPIM. I start live. I'm your host, True Powers. Mine. Before we get started today, I wanna get us started on the right foot. So hold on to whatever you can, because we're about ready to do it. Barry.
3 weeks. I mean, each week is just sort of one back. Keep company to it. Yeah. I mean, you're the one that had this fear finally put into you last week. This fear's been with me for a while.
Justin, let me tell you a story about a friend of mine. The boy had family all the time. You know the boy was going crazy. He was going berserk because everything he tried to do, it would not work. Because he who was he? Exactly. Going to the store to buy some teeth and honey. Barry went into the store and forgot some money. Ran to get the money and without a doubt, my man Knucklehead got locked out. And when he finally got in, he got the money, I suppose, ran back. And the store was closed because he who was he? Example, remember the time he had a show enough winner. Invited the girl to a crib for dinner. Had a steak in the oven for this girl named Dawn. Got to the crib and forgot to turn it on. I know you're all saying you hung out with this worm. The reason why, cause his sister was firm. He went to a club he never heard of before. He wanted to get loose on the dance floor. He slipped and slided into his dance. A sound went, he split his
Peace and power, brother Marty, from the house.
And when he put them on, they were 2 left feet. He got a watch for a present, oh what a surprise. The watch ticks counterclockwise. I remember the time we double dated. My girl came, but he waited and waited. When she bottled in, she moved slow as molasses. I bet she couldn't see it with a bulletproof glass. When he finally went out, he said good at last. And while we were eating, she had to pass gas. Who's he? Break it down. Don't you feel sorry for bad luck, Barry? I said, don't you feel sorry for bad luck, Barry? Did you know long ago when Barry was born, the Barry survived, everyone thought he was gone. When I say gone, I mean they thought he was dead. When the doctor said push, Barry fell on his head. The injury was minor, they thought it was worse. And ever since that day, he was eternally cursed. Years went by, the first didn't retire. His birthday came around and his cake on a fire. The flames caught on and everything got hot in a house. He called the home down parking lot. Who is he? Barry's bad luck had so many seconds. He never had sex cause he thought he'd get pregnant. So he just sit and get it in the side of the chill till his mother put him on the birth control pill. Took the lady's pocket book in a run. He pulled out a knife, so she pulled out a gun. He said that he was sorry so she wouldn't get mad. Then the lady robbed Barry for all he had. Later on he took his girl to the discotheque. He was looking alright, but she was more like a pet. Then the bodyguard stepped into the middle of the crowd. Said, Barry, you can stay with no pets allowed. Who is he? Having bad luck's no good for your health. One day Barry said, I'm gonna kill myself. Put a gun to his head, fully at his wrist. Pull the trigger, bang, and Barry missed. His luck so bad he can't commit suicide. He lived, he's the worst that is, and there ain't no doubt. And if you think that's bad, then check this out. He never kissed a girl without getting slapped. Any mirror he looks into will crack. I once told him that the world was around his flat. He looked at me and said, man, I've been through that. You can break someone's heart if you get it fixed, but you can't show an old dog new trick. If you said, watch your step, Barry, he would fall. In other words, he has no hope at all.
What? Bad luck, Barry out. Bad luck. Kim, welcome to the show. It's Power. This should be Obama's theme song. Bad luck, Barry. Bad luck, Barry. Santoro. puppet of the globalist bankers. Bad luck. All right. Yes, yeah. Yes. Welcome to the show, each and every one of you. Thank you to the Most High, giving thanksgiving and joy. The outreach of this show is immeasurable. Finally hit critical mass, y'all. More and more people every day are getting hip. They're coming in through this program or that program, but they're coming in. I want to straight up say this is Open Mic Friday right off the bat. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller. Right off the bat, the call-in number 636-209-5044. I want to thank you, brothers and sisters. Because of your contributions, we secured that line for the next 3 years. We got 3 more years of 636-209-5044 guaranteed to be your voice. Guaranteed. You call, we'll pick up, and you'll be heard. By the way, those of you who have been brave enough to call in, Brother Mai, peace and power. Those of you who have been brave enough to call in, thank you for your patience. Now, you call into some shows, they're like, oh, what's your number? And then they'll get you keyed in. But you guys actually hold the line. You guys just roll with the flow. And that shows me that you guys get it. We are so blessed. For those who believe in spiritual things, because I'm aware there's some of y'all out there who don't believe in anything. But you do understand what we're talking about here. You do understand the way you got to convert. You got to be a robot, Brother Mike. Well, it does not compute. No, we reject that. It's flesh over machine here. It's all about the human flesh and the human form. Now, I know in the future, someone's going to accuse me of being a human nationalist. It's because of others who have yet to be born will hear this show, hear this philosophy, and read the book that's coming out. And they're going to have hatred towards aliens or alien so-called races. Look, y'all. Until we get it right on the home front, there's no hope for us in the club, in the cosmic club. There's no hope. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, right now, you might not believe me, but I'm telling you, this is the real deal. There are beings outside of our biosphere that has nothing but contempt and hatred of us collectively. They don't see black, they don't see white, they don't see Latino, they don't see Portuguese. They don't see Somalian. They don't see Chilean. They don't see Australian. And they don't see Chinese. All they see is human. Truth Talk Nation. What's up, brother? Peace and power. In that day, what I say will be crystal clear to humanity. Now, in this day. And it's not just me you're hearing. A lot of what I say and talk about, I will openly admit I get it from conversations from people, other, from real people out there. And as we're talking, I'm seeing and understanding what they're trying to relate to me. So I put it in my bag of tricks and I relate to you guys. Because at the end of the day, I realize without human unity, there's no hope at all. It'll just be the next little so-called racial puppets to those outside of us. They're getting the information, they're getting the technology. Sister Kimberly, welcome to the show. Hold on, let me increase the font. See, look, I can't see that. Can you guys read those little letters right there? No, I gotta increase the font. So, hold on, so I can actually see the chat room. I know I've been neglecting the chatters. I know I have. I don't want to. All right, so let's get this day started. There was a couple of stories that are of major interest, and I would say to all of us. The U.S. may join negative interest rate club, guys. For those who are the economic section of this show, you guys already know. You girls already know. But the folks who are uninitiated don't. What liquidity and negative interest rates truly manifest in the 3D realm that you will have to deal with, whether you're privy to this information or not, it's going to be higher fuel costs, higher interest rates on loans. It's going to be at the end of the rainbow, excuse the pun, higher taxes. You see, the way the system's set up right now, the economic system, I'm not talking about the social, it's kind of separate, but they do go hand in hand. Best believe that. The ones who have a plenty. But their goons, they have enough. And it's the goons, because they have enough, now they can pay for the little prostitute. Brother James, peace and power, welcome to the show. Because their goons have enough, now they can help that family member with their financial needs. Because those goons have enough, now they can walk down the streets with their head up high. Now the goons and those who have a plenty, I mean more than enough, by far, they only represent about 7% of the total population of the earth as a whole. Now that's a lot of people. You don't think the goons are in control? Ask the kind folks up in Philadelphia in 1985. They dropped a bomb on me, baby. Boom! Ask the kind folks down in Waco, Texas. Hell, for that matter, ask any of the refugees coming up from the proxy war zones. The proxy war zones, let's hit this. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I didn't really mean to go here. I wanted to go here. Okay. The proxy war zone you're going to find in Asia and basically this region right here. In fact, hold on. I'm going to do something. Hey, guys, I got something cool to tell you. Because of a supporter of the show, I will be getting a drawing pad so I can draw stuff out. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, I used to be an artist. I've given people tattoos. Back when I was younger, a lot of people sought me out to draw various things for them. And I'm the type of guy that I draw freestyle. I don't look at shit. I like to draw things that are not here. I like to draw things that, if it were here, it would be in vast contrast to what you physically see. All right. Now, that being said, I was going to, oh, yeah. I know what I was going to do now. There's so much to talk about, so little time to do it. All right. Let's get this over here. Let me get this back up so I can make sure. Okay. Everyone can see, hopefully. All righty. Now, let's do this. Now, this is not an accurate depiction of the world. As you see, Greenland being this huge mass, this was the worldview that I grew up in high school seeing. Africa is relatively small in comparison to reality, and that's what those other pictures were about. All right, now let me change the color. Hold on 1 second. I want to be a color that everybody can see. All right. The red zones. Let's do some shapes. We're going to do circles. The red zones right now. Basically, that whole region right there is the red zone. All right. Northern, East, or Western Africa, you can hear a little bit about, but it's pretty much from South Africa all the way up to Syria and all that right now. Also, there's a hot spot in India. There's a hot spot in Southern Eastern Asia, Korea. There's a hot spot in Germany right now with the protests. The Caribbeans, hot spot, Chile, and a lot of South America, hot spot. So that's pretty much the real hot spots of the world. And Greenland is basically of corporate interest. This is what's going on, y'all. This is why men and women. Hold on, let me go to a freehand tool. Hold on. Bam. That's why we got men and women from America going to Poland. Men and women from America, Afghanistan, so-called Middle East. America, Kemet. Secret from America, School of Americas, activities in South America. Also, corporate interests into the resources of Greenland. And yes, from America, resource acquisition in Antarctica. Oh, also from America, interest in Asian affairs. Now, as you can see from this graph that we just made right here in front of your eyes, so you can backtrack as you need to, you see a lot of activity coming from North America into the world. Now, trust me, when I was given this information, I was rejected. I was like, no, well, we're over here for peace in Kemet. You know, they're giving out Bibles and condoms and injections. But when we look at the School of Americas, they're just merely training local military forces to, keep law and order, and the resources flowing to corporations. Oh, but when we look at the Caribbeans, it's just about these people trying to get dignity and true human rights from the colonizers. But what is our role? Remember, the sister yesterday said that they were expecting the U.S. Marines to be unleashed upon them. This is what is talked about as the United States of America empire. The reason why you see the arrows all going away and very few going into America or the United States is because we are the empire. Dun, 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 dun. We are. But the reality is, and this goes back to those who serve in silence, the true political landscape of the world. You have warlords, you have dictators, you have prime ministers, and you have presidents, each representing a certain political ideology and stance towards the populace. The majority of the world is under the control of dictators and haters of humanity. Those who will only will power to devastate, not uplift, but devastate populations that the empire once devastated. And in other words, you're not going to be a dictator if you truly and sincerely want to uplift your people in your country. No, you're going to be a dictator only if you suppress the people who are spiritually in tune, the people who could be the next geniuses, the people who can actually bring forth technology that will rival and maybe even surpass the empire's technology. That's the game. And until we break this cycle, men and women, until we break this cycle, at the end of the day, all we're talking about is a change of hats. Oh, I'll wear the hat of the oppressor now. Oh, no, now I'm going to wear the hat of the oppressed. Oh, no, I'm going to wear the hat of the Indish. No. Because until we get our asses in gear and get this shit together, we are collectively dooming this whole race that we commonly refer to as human to extinction. Earth is the place you go to die. The only way out of this cell, quite literally, is up. You burrow into the earth, it will not save you, ultimately. Now, you will go longer than those on the surface, absolutely, but it will not save you. Brothers and sisters, I'm trying to not forsake y'all in chat. Come on now. We already know we're doomed. But I'm talking about the brothers and sisters yet to come. If by fate you hear this broadcast today, realize you're not alone. Us being your true ancestors truly wish things would be better for you. With that being said, maybe in today's show, we will make something that the world has yet to see or realize exists. All right, now let's get back to the news. Secret battle over Mona Lisa's prettier twin. Isn't it amazing some of the topics we discuss? You know, we already pointed out the Mona Lisa was basically dude in drag. The painter of that was painting himself in drag. That's why, we don't know if it's a dude or a chick. It's so provocative. But now there's apparently a prettier twin. Let's check out this prettier twin. I already know this whatchamacallit broadcast is probably demonetized because of the Bad Luck Berry song I played in its entirety at the beginning of this broadcast. Oh my God. We're not going to support the Daily Beast. I'm just here just to do a glimpse over of your little article. When the long-awaited Leonardo da Vinci exhibit, I can't even pronounce this fucking word. Exhibition celebrating the Italian master's life opened in the Louvre in Paris this week. Two paintings were notably missing from the exhibit hall. They were both of the same woman. Now, this picture is supposed to be so depicts beauty, okay? That's what beauty is supposed to look like back in the day. This is really good. Let's just roll down this row. Beautiful woman. You guys see what I just said? Look at what the pictures that come up for beautiful women. These are beautiful women right here. Let's look at the images. Let's see what this Google determined as beautiful women. Uh-oh, I think I hear the hornets. That's a beautiful woman. That's a beautiful woman. That's a beautiful woman. Okay, let's continue down. This is the picture of beauty, yeah. Don't forget, this used to be, I mean, when it was painted, probably, because most people probably didn't even know that this damn thing even existed, those outside of Italy, until it was shown around. Let's see, what's beautiful women? Noticing a absence of Asian women. I mean, I'm just saying, and black women, of course, and Latino women. I just said beautiful woman. You do the same damn experiment right now, brother and sister. Please, right now, open up a Google browser on your computer right now. Say or type in beautiful woman and then go to images tab and look at the pictures that Google is going to say or determine through this algorithm is beautiful women. They got a dude up here on this one. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. Now you can be like, well, true. This is just Google and you know, whatever. But yeah. Good morning, Brother Shannon. We're breaking down the matrix today. This is what it's about. Now there's an Asian dude. Only Asian dude. Now you watch. This is October 25th, 2019, the year of our Lord. When China truly takes over, you're just gonna see nothing but Asian chicks right here. Because when you type into Google, it's letting you know who is the dominant class. It's letting you know, oh, check this out. Check this out. I said beautiful women. I want you guys all to see the thing here. Is that okay? Right here. Oh, it needs to go down a little bit further. Right there. Bam. Beautiful women. That's all I typed in. Right? Let's just take out the womb. Take out the womb and just put in man. Let's see what happens. There's your beautiful man. You see? You see what I'm saying? This is coming from Google. This isn't me. I'm just reporting it. Those are pictures of beautiful men. Now you might notice an absence. Once again, who's absent? Who's absent from the see? They got a woman there before. You know who's absent? Oh well, I guess that's an Asian guy. There you go, right there. There's a Asian guy. Where's the brother at? Where's the black man? We're gonna scroll down until we catch one. I mean, fuck, George Carlin's on this motherfucker. I don't see a brother nowhere. Oh, there he is, Michael Jackson. You see what I'm saying? You do a search for beautiful men or beautiful women, and only a certain image pops up. Hold on. I gotta go here because it's all tied together. Hold on. I gotta. There we go. Hold on. I can't go back. Well, let me go back to here so I can get the microphone because my keyboard is really, really acting up today. God. Let's see what images are there of God. First thing right off the bat, it's a woman. It's a woman. And then it's a bunch of memes. All I see is a bunch of women, actually. Woman here, woman there, woman here, another woman, woman. I just say God, and it's all women. What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. I guess according to Google, God is a woman. I mean, look, this one word, God, and then look at images. Oh, beautiful women of God. Duh. Well, no more. Okay, now, hold on. My bad. I'm only human. Brother James, the white Michael Jackson. You caught that too. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, this is God. One word, G-O-D, capital G-O-D. Bad luck, Barry. There's God. Okay, let me see. Old white man, 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 old white man. I don't know, just a picture of the sun. Old white man, yeah, middle-aged white man. Old white man, middle-aged white man, old white man, middle-aged white man, middle-aged white man, old white man, blah, blah, blah. Are you seeing the trend here? And this isn't me. Hold on. And this white man, we're having a brother, maybe, by the throat. But, yeah. I mean, they got Anthony Hopkins. I mean, this is what Google, okay? This is what Google has to say about it. Now, I like this picture. I'm going to take this picture. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw this picture and I like it. I saw that picture. I like it. And I'm going to take it. Now, either we can do this the easy way, picture, or we can do this the hard way. All right. I'm going to steal this picture. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh. Yes, for those who haven't heard, this right here is a senator. Google senator with Nazi tattoo smoking a bone. That's the Nazi tattoo right here. Hold on. That right there is a Nazi tattoo. That's a senator. That's a U.S. senator. All right. Let me grab this picture real quick. Hold on. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right. I'm going to use that for the next back. Oh, that is, I love the sun and I love the clouds. But I don't need to smoke bones to have appreciations nor have tattoos. All right, let me get this back in order. This is what, I mean, come on, yeah. Just look at the pictures. Hold on, before I go off this, I want you guys to see, because each one of these pictures truly represent propaganda. And it's the most insidious and harmful propaganda that there is. to suggest that that's God's farm. That's what it's about. Hold on. You all know this image, I'm sure. The image of Adam and God in the 16th chapel, which is, the Catholics. Not being able to touch, how is this true? When old boy created dude, of course they touched, they met. He just has to understand his place. Watchmen movie. And this is what I'm talking about. Liberation is not just for Black folks. It's not just for Asian folks. It's not just for Hispanic folks. It's not just for white folks. It's for all folks. Liberation from this nonsense. Because, brothers and sisters, there was a point in time, if you did not subscribe to this mindset, you're subject to death. And that's where we're headed back to. Such a beautiful picture. That's beautiful too. And come on. Lion and the lamb in the sky. I had a conversation with a gentleman from England. He actually called me through Facebook. I didn't talk about that day because we had guests on and Aubrey did 2 shows. But the brother shared with me, man, a story about 39 immigrants found dead in the back of a semi-truck, apparently victims of murder. 39 souls, one person, one truck. And the brother told me that in England, a lot of people are dying, but no one knows why. They're not even reporting it. That truck was only found not because it's a fluke or it's an accident, because there's just so much of it's going on. Sooner or later, you're going to hit the damn jackpot. If I tell you to stick your hand in this fishbowl, which has hundreds and hundreds of winning lottery tickets, when you pull out one that's a winner, it's not because you're lucky. It's just because there's so many of the motherfuckers in the bowl, you're destined to grab one or two sooner or later. This is what I'm talking about, the hub. Where men and women come together to shield and protect the weaker. Yes, the strong and the intelligent protect the weak. Whomever they may be, they're human. But since we're so separated by spirit due to this, the haves and the have not with the intermediator, how can we truly have an arbiter on this planet? I mean, doesn't the arbiter, let's say that we live right here. We live right here. Brother Will, Sister Kathy, Brother Mai, Brother James. We're living right here. And let's say Exxon came up with a ship and they parked it right here. And they're like, we're going to build an oil well right here where we live. Let's send in an arbitrator to determine who gets what. But doesn't this arbitrator have to fly in on a jet, which comes from fuel made by Exxon? Doesn't the arbitrator have to wear, clothes that may or may not contain plastic fibers that's produced from products by Exxon? And then in reality, doesn't the arbitrator still have to use money like everybody else to operate in society? So how can we have true arbitration that's independent of big business and big money? How is that even possible? Because it's not. That image is not Jesus. That's right, brother, sisters. This little cloud image may represent him closer than anything else. That represents death by the state. The cross should represent death by the state. If they would have chopped his head off, will we have an axe as a symbol for Christ? If they would have stuffed him into a hot furnace, would we have, a hot cauldron as the symbol for Christ? If they would have just thrown him off the cliff, watch him slide on the ground, would we have a feller falling off a cliff as a symbol? Because it's funny, a lot of people who wear this cross still advocate for state execution, still advocate the government's killing people for crimes. We hope they kill them for crimes, right? Yeah. We hope that everyone's on death row is truly guilty and not just some innocent sap that this so-called righteous state's about ready to kill. The reason why you will not see Russia, America, the UK, any of that bullshit in the Bible is because they will not, and they did not exist when it's written. And when things are fulfilled, they will not be in existence then either. Let me hit you guys with something. When the true God of the universe shows up in the Golden City with 12 gates on its perimeter, huge as fuck, flies down, and quite literally, if you come to the ground in the city, over a city, the city below you is crushed, comes down and crushes all those human beings in that region. You're still going to be cheering. You're still going to be, oh my God. And then when the things that come out of said city slays the remainders, still going to be a celebration, is it? How many of you guys follow the law? Hold on. Oh shit, I forgot to even there's the call-in line. Let me make sure it's open. Yes, call-in line is open. This is call-in Friday, and I forgot to even post it. 636-209-5044. The call in. We'll talk about whatever. This is the time you can play the Oracle game. Do cookies have thoughts? Just whatever. And we'll find out the answer together. But back to what I was saying. And the only reason why I'm giving you this is the typical evangelical view of the end days. Some may believe the rapture is going to come. Some don't. But they all believe the Antichrist will walk up into the third temple that's not built, but I've already showed you videos. I know I got like 600 videos, but you can just kind of drudge through it. I already showed you videos where they already got the panels ready for the temple. They already got the rabbis trained for the sacrifices. They're ready to rock and roll. All they need to be is a false flag. A accident. Someone steps out of line, they take total control. They flop that son of a bitch together in a couple of months. But keep this in mind, though, y'all. Everyone keeps saying that Jesus was a prophet, right? Prophet. Not everybody, but some people. And they always quote a story where he was talking to the people. And it's like, you know, he points over, I'm paraphrasing, he points over there at the temple and he says, one block will not remain upon the other. And true enough, the temple, the second temple was destroyed. But isn't there something called the Western Wall? And if you look at the Western Wall, let's do that. Oh, this is going to be a call in. Hey, True, what is the Western Wall? And we're just going to look at this because it's very important, especially how we're dealing with human lives and human dispossession and disinheritance. Western Wall, Jerusalem.
According to Wikipedia, the Western Wall, Wailing Wall, or Kutel, known in Islam as the Barak Wall, is an ancient limestone wall in the Old City of Jerusalem.
Okay. Was the Western Wall ever linked to the temple in Israel?
According to Tourist Israel, the Western Wall, or Wailing Wall, is the most religious site in the world for the Jewish people. Located in the Old City of Jerusalem, it is the western support wall of the Temple Mount.
There it is. No stone would be atop the one another, but yet you have the Western Wall. A prophecy has to be not partial, but 100%. If not, you're not a prophet. I'm not a prophet. I'm openly admit I'm not a prophet, and I got videos to prove I'm not a prophet. But I know what a prophet's supposed to be. A lot of guys and gals have been told lies. They've been told fiction and fantasy to cement the power of the day and age to legitimize its rule. That's all we're dealing with. Because if you think for 1 second, the God of the universe, the true Most High, isn't in control of all things, then you're sadly mistaken. And the fact that he allows things to occur or things happen that's contrary to your perception or your reality is irrelevant. This whole universe is ran on his power. Would many of us ever realize the true trouble that we are all collectively in? When we finally get a collective enlightenment, and I like that word, enlightenment, then perhaps we can see there's more choices or more pathways, rather, to walk down than the one that we're presently on. When we're dealing with algebra or trigonometry or calculus or geometry, you're always dealing with a problem. But there's only one narrow path to reach the correct answer. But how many paths are there to get to the wrong answer? Put it like this, make it really simple. There's only one way to get to the correct answer. And before Brother Al, I know if he's listening, he will be listening. Before you say 2 + 2 = 3, or 1 + 1 = 3, I'm clarifying on a base 10 mathematical model. Gotcha, brother. There's only one way to get to 2 + 2. It equals 4. But in potentiality, or even reality, there is quite literally an infinite number of ways to get it wrong. Anything other than 4 would be wrong. So I can say any theoretical number, it would be wrong, applicable to that problem. That's how life is. There's only one way to get to right, get to the place where we all should want to be, and that's unity. That's the only way to get there. That is the 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4, equals unity. But there's so many other ways to fail at that. There's so many ways. And we're on that failing path right now collectively. Even the ones who are going to win the genocide. Yay. All you guys demonstrated that you're just horrible, horrible human beings. You're traitors to humanity. You are the beast among us. But all you real humans, you guys get what I'm saying. There's more of us than there is of them. But until we have the guts to say we matter, our life, our time, our works, our energy, our thought, our collective power matters. Till we get to that point, nothing else matters. You all get drafted, you go off somewhere, you end up fighting, you die. Or maybe for the fortunate, you'll come back maimed, but nothing else matters. You'll set off on your life, go to college some way, scraping up your nickels to pay. But after that degree day, you still find no employment. Nothing else matters. And for all you who are coming out of your personal delusions of whatever you were born into, to Thanksgiving, ultimately, is that psychologically you're free. Spiritually, you're in tune. You see, when we look back at the world and we notice anomalies, we see statues or depictions of the melanated Madonna and things of this nature. This world has been destroyed before. And unfortunately, I believe those among us who are watching our behavior are going to report back to the true powers and recommendation, deletion, yet again. Cosmically, brothers and sisters, we have been wrong. It's almost as if the race of humans was molested by alien beings, distorted, robbed of its innocence, robbed of its purity, replaced with decadence and deviancy. I don't think we're getting over it. In fact, I can objectively say we're not getting over it. And that is the tragedy. You know, hold on. Let me see. Seeing how no one is calling us, we're going to call out.
Hello?
Hello, brother A1. Before you talk, this is Patrick from the show. We're doing a live show. I just want to know if you had a couple of moments to speak.
Give me 1 second. Let me put my earpiece in. I'm actually at work. Give me 1 second.
All right. Yes, this is that type of show. You don't call us, the show will call you. But I'll give you fair warning when we're live.
Hello?
Hello, brother.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I just want to say thank you for calling in. Got a lot of positive response. People are sincerely interested in what you got to say. This is Brother A1 Yao on the microphone. And just whatever the spirit moves you, this is Open Mic Friday, freestyle, whatever. Just share with us your thoughts right now. Whatever you're thinking about, just share with us.
Well, I'm at work right now, but I ain't doing too much. Yeah, as far as like the history on what was explained and what I said, I mean, see, no one talks about the Americans, right?
Right.
Everybody study Africa, it's been Africa. But just to find out that the structures in America are older than the structures in Africa. So now you have to start giving, some type of understanding to say to yourself, well, wait a minute. We always say that the structure in Africa was made by so-called melanated beings, right? This is what we talk about.
Copper
so
color.
The structures in America are older than the structures in Africa. Are you willing to say that these Mongoloid Indians built them, or was it our people that was already here? That's when you start having these conflicts, right? But as far as the so-called Aborigines or Indians that was classified as colored, because that's what people have to understand. The classification. It's not so much to the fact that you don't understand, like, why am I saying what I'm saying? I'm saying what I'm saying because they classify all the Indians that was in the South. They came to the South. If you know anything about the history of the Americas, then you will know that the first place they came was in Virginia. They come to Virginia. Where's the Indians in Virginia? Where's the Indians in North Carolina? Now, people say, well, they died off. You believe that? So you believe that they can bring Africans here that can survive on a damn ship that has all these diseases? But think about it. If you're on a ship for X amount of months and people defecating, people having urinating, people having menstrual cycles, people probably throwing up, all types of shit going on. Do you know what kind of biohazard that would cause alone? Now, that would complicate someone's immune system, right? So if anybody that got off the damn boat and died should have been the so-called people that they claim came here, right? Them should have been the people that died. How are you going to survive with the immune system and they just get right off the ship and they start working? See, people been told an amazing lie that was well put together. And they never question it. They never say, well, where are we getting this history from? Who's teaching us this stuff? And they just take it. And then people come to me and say the most ridiculous things. Like, all you have to do is just ask the people in your family. If you got somebody in your family that told you an Indian, you need to go from there and keep it going. Don't stop there. Don't think that the reason that the Indians are dark-skinned because they mix with Africans. No. Me personally, I don't believe they brought no Africans. Now, other people will have a totally different opinion about what I'm saying. But me personally, according to my research, I don't believe it. Because I know that in a lot of cases, they're calling these so-called Africans Negro, or the people you would assume to be Africans, they are referred to them as Negro. So anytime you hear these people get called Negroes, then you have to understand that they was not calling people over there in Africa. And in fact, Africa wasn't even a country, or it didn't become applied to people until the 1800s, which the first people that the word African was applied to was so-called Europeans that came from over here. Now, like I said, I'm believing that we're being told this whole history in reverse, because there's nowhere in the world you have black people, or so-called what you consider to be so-called black people, like William Ellison. William Ellison in the 1800s owned more slaves than anybody. How is that possible? So he had some special contract with the Europeans, that the Europeans didn't kill him, that he allowed them to own all these slaves. No, Something else was going on that we are unclear about. You understand what I'm saying? And I heard you had Dr. Randy Short, which is one of my favorites. And what he said, I'm indigenous. You heard him say it, but he still acknowledged the fact that he might have some African ancestry in him. Okay, which I don't have a problem with. But I'm saying, for anybody who hasn't done no research to think that what we're saying, and it goes beyond Dane Holloway. It's not just Dane doing his part, but it's beyond Dane Holloway. You have a slew of people who's helping this information be unearthed. So, is there anything you want to ask me, like as far as anything that you're not understanding?
Yes, I want to ask you, where did the black people come from back in the day then? I mean, not the slaves. I'm talking about the original folks that you're talking about. Where did they just, is this like truly Adam and Eve? Like they just came up here, or did they start?
Yeah, they saying that this is Garden of Eden. Listen, all the old historians, when they write, they say America is the Garden of Eden. They say that Africa is the mother, but America is the grandmother. So I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is, on all four corners of this planet, it was black people. But when it comes to the America, they try to make it seem like, oh no, well nobody here. When we got there, oh, they all disappeared. No. They just classified you as what they want to classify you as. And now you thinking you're African American. You went from being called, we weren't even called Indian. So don't understand that. But we use that term because that's the term that's being accepted, okay? But that's still a false classification as well. But nonetheless, though, okay, we can deal with this. All right, let's deal with this, right? So they tell you that the first, what they call a hominid, was Lucy, which was 3 million years ago, right?
Right.
You got archaeologists and anthropologists such as Michael Cremore, who wrote the book Forbidden Archaeology, right? He said that in a cave in Illinois, this cave is supposed to be 300 million years old. The first thing they found in that cave, they found a piece of coal. Well, I guess the lady was putting the coal into her furnace, and when the coal broke in half, the coal had a 10-inch gold chain in it that had a medallion in it, right? So this is 3 million years old. It was a 10-inch gold chain with a medallion. Now listen to this, right? So then what he said, after later doing archaeology research, they said probably like 2 to 3 feet where they found this gold, this coal that had this gold in it, that's supposed to be 300 million years old. They found the body. They said this body was 300 million years old, an intact human that had gold, that had rubies and gems all around them. In the Americas, bro.
Damn.
In the Americas. They also found footsteps in Pennsylvania that dates back to 30 million years. So no one studies America. Everybody's Africa. And just to find out that, like I told you, in that book, you got people who make suggestions that after the great cataclysm that happened, they said 24,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago. There was great cataclysm. They said that Negroes from Central America. So you telling me 10,000 years ago, it was already blacks that was in Central America, bro. And they saying that they went to parts of Africa, such as Nigeria and other parts, and populated that region. So, I mean, like I said, you never heard this. And these are people who are researchers that worked along with Isaac Van Sertima that's saying this stuff. Wow. So they already knew about the giant Olmec heads that they found. You understand what I'm saying? They already knew about all that. But these are people who studied with Van Sertima. Van Sertima told you that these people came from Africa, which he didn't even have no evidence of the Olmecs coming from Africa. They had they had some languages and some other things that they put together where they came up with that theory. But ultimately, he ain't have no evidence that the Olmecs came from no Africa, because there ain't no Olmec heads in Africa. All the Olmec heads is over here. So how you gonna build something that you never built there and then come here and build? We know that the West Africans ain't built. Man, listen, West Africa ain't have nothing. When the people went back to Sierra Leone, they was complaining, they was mad as hell because they was like, hey, nothing here. Now this is gonna be the great Africa that we talking about. They said there's nothing here. When they sent the Maroons and the people from Nova Scotia to Sierra Leone, because like I told you, they sent the Maroons. They what the English did was they crossed the Maroons. They made the Maroons sign a treaty, and then after they signed the treaty, they deported them to Sierra Leone. Okay? So no, I'm sorry, to Nova Scotia, which is Canada. And then from Nova Scotia, because of I believe American Colonization Society, they sent the people from, because they were complaining, the Maroons were complaining about Nova Scotia being too damn cold.
Yeah.
So they was like, all right, well, we're going to find out a different place. And they sent them over to Sierra Leone. Now, most people don't even know this. Most people don't even know this. So the black people that's in Sierra Leone came from the Americans, right? Now, check this out. Also, Liberia. The black people that's in Liberia came from the Americans, right? So now, understand it. So what they were doing to us was they were trying to send free blacks that was in the Americas to Africa in the 1800s. We rejected that. We was like, any man who would go over to Africa is a traitor to their race. So we knew we wasn't from Africa, but yet they come up with this well fabricated story that was created and funded by the CIA. A lot of people don't even know that the CIA funded the Black Power movement in the 1960s. How is that possible?
Yes, how? Explain.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? How is, because for one thing, what they were trying to do was to get blacks to go over there and basically to like sidetrack the so-called African leaders to get them to side with them so they can get their resources and everything.
That happened.
So it was a lot of stuff going on that we don't understand. But yeah, even that. Then like I said, all of your education was made by the Rockefellers or even the journalists, because all of the so-called you figure, like, all of the college curriculum, not gonna say all of the curriculum itself, but the major curriculum was created by the journalists.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So when you start understanding that, so everything you learned came from them. So of course you're gonna look at Brother A1 like you don't understand what I'm saying. Listen, you would have to learn, you would have to understand, from my point of view, that I got 3 college degrees.
Right.
But you know what separates my mind from them 3 college degrees? The fact that I've been to prison 2 times before I got them college degrees.
Wow.
So I was already looking at the world funny from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? So the college degrees, all it did was just enhance my mind more.
Right.
You know, and make me into a better researcher. I'm a nutritionist, bro. So I do real research. I'm not just out here Googling stuff. I'm a nutritionist, bro. And I save people's lives that have diabetes, certain forms of cancer. You know, people who want to listen. If you want to listen, I can help you. If you can't, don't want to listen, then you go to your doctor and let them kill you slowly.
Oh, be honest. Go to your death.
I'm sorry,
I said, be honest. They're just going to their death if they don't hear your natural, herbalistic, holistic approach. And I don't know it. Now I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time but you know what? Those 2,000, you ain't gotta hear it from me. You could hear it from Dr. Stacey, Alayla Africa, numerous brothers and sisters that's on YouTube that's teaching this stuff. So whether you get it from me or not, it's just the fact that you just need to have the knowledge to understand what are they telling you. You understand what I'm saying? But nonetheless, though, how we do, we don't listen to our own people. So however it goes, even all this stuff I'm telling you, you got people directly in your family that's telling you you're Indian, and you like, nah, I ain't no Indian. I'm African. I ain't no Indian. Who told you was African? The government told you that. Yeah,
through groups. You know what I'm saying? Through groups. Now, once you find out that Alice Kelly plagiarized groups, right? Mm-hmm. So he plagiarized groups, and in the 1970s, bro, he got sued. So he got sued in 1976. I'm 43 years old. I was 2 years old at that time. So in 1976, Alex Kelly got sued. So why is he still able to make reboots of the movie? It's to keep your ass in constant mind control that you came from that continent, man. Mm. And I'm just telling people, I'm telling Black Americans, I'm not saying you ain't have to have no problem with no Africans, because a lot of Africans don't even know their history and stuff. But a lot of them come here and they make us feel like we're inferior to them, where everything that was created that go around the world was created by Black Americans. Okay? After the Africans that come in 80 years ago, they wasn't going to no school. They wasn't creating none of these inventions that made the world what it is. We were.
Like Dr. Washington.
Louis Vladimir created the light bulb. I don't care what they told you about Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. He created the light bulb. Because if he created the stop sign, if he created the traffic light is a form of a light, meaning that he had to have some way to contain that light into whatever, a bulb or whatever. So we know he created the light bulb. And not to go to show you that you have brothers like C.R. Patterson. C.R. Patterson had the Greenfield automobile back at the same time that they telling you that Ford created it, right? At the same time. Now we know how racist these people are, or how racist we think they are. So how at the same time you got Ford, you have a black man named C.R. Patterson who has his own automobile company. At the same, this is before Honda, this is before any of these European car companies. So you had a black man. So we had this sign back in the 1900s. You understand what I'm saying? But yet people come here and think that the Black American is the trash of the planet.
Yes.
When we were doing all. You understand what I'm saying? So I know through just interacting with Africans, and I'm not saying all of them think like that. A lot of them is cool with us. But the majority of them think that we are incompetent people until you start explaining to them, oh, my dude, before you had a college curriculum, the real McCoy and all these other people was creating all of this stuff. What are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? At the time, like how they showed you, like let's say for example, the Indians. They bring all these people to this country and then make you feel like you're inferior to them. When these people come in here to learn the science that you taught the Europeans here, they just kept the science from us and gave it to everybody else. Yes. They rocked us to sleep through drugs.
Right.
And then got you looking at these people from these third world countries like they somebody great when you created everything and you just don't know it. You created everything and you're the only American here. We the only Americans here. The only one. Because the word American originally applied to the Aborigines or copper-colored races, okay, found here by Europeans. Okay? So the Europeans know that you are Aborigines to this land.
Now, brother,
and if you don't know what a penny looks like, go find a penny and put it on your head and see if that's a lie. Now, if that don't check out, now we got pictures from people like John Furborn, who made the emblem of America. Go look up John Furborn. Right. It's John Furborn. It's FAIRBURN. And look up the emblem of America. You're going to see he has an emblem of Asia, an emblem of Europe, an emblem of Africa, and an emblem of America. And if you see the emblem of America, that is a damn Negro that they're calling an Indian. Now, we can go further. We can go to Arnaudes Martinez's book that was from the 1600s of what the people he found when they got here. And you will see that these people are black, are Negroes. We got numerous books that tells you that it was Negro Indians here, all in the Southeast, man, where all our people are originally from. So, me personally, I'm not trying to really. How you doing, sis? All right. I'm not really trying to really debate with anybody.
Right.
Like as far as this science or anything, like because it's all historical. It's all historic bound, man. All this stuff is you do the research, you can find all this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But if you don't do the like they say, man, you get two educations in life. You get the education that was taught to you, and you get the education that you seek out on your own.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? So
correct.
You have to have like some type of neutrality in between that. Because that's when we get so-called protons, electrons, and neutrons. A proton is positive, an electron is negative, and a neutron is neutral. everything is dealing with that. Shout out to my brother who taught me that. But that's what everything is deriving off of, man. And even like I said, even these pyramids, man, they get found 60,000 structures in Guatemala. So it's 60,000, bro. 60,000 structures, my man.
Damn.
In Guatemala. Listen, the only pyramids they got in Africa is in Egypt and Sudan. There's no pyramids in West Africa where you guys claim you're from. And nobody in West Africa DNA comes back as no Egyptian. You understand what I'm saying? So you know how we always claim, oh, the Egyptians and all this and the third, but yet nobody's DNA comes back as a damn Egyptian.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? None of us, at least. But what else can we find out? We can find this out for a fact, right? We can find out that they found Egyptian tombs or Egyptian temple in Tennessee right here. But it's not an Egyptian temple. It just has similar cultures to what you find over there. Because the word Egyptian means nomad, Egypt. That's not a group of people.
Wow. Now, brother,
so we gotta now go ahead.
Do you have any mythos about the origins of humanity? Like where does mankind come from?
I'm assuming the Americans, bro. Because everything here is the oldest, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the book Forbidden Archaeology. Now, a lot of people write Michael Premore off to be as some type of nut, right? But he is the leading archaeologist, or he has an archaeology foundation or something, and he is the leader of it or something like that. So we know that he is an archaeologist. And what happens is that a lot of his contemporaries he caught bad slack from, because they was dating stuff that they was finding that was over 100,000 years old. And because of the normal dating method, they was told to date it at 20,000 or 30,000 years.
Wow.
Now, if you read his book, this is what it's telling you. You understand? And he's an archaeologist that's telling you that other archaeologists was being blacklisted because they wasn't going along with what they was being told. Because they're trying to keep the timeline at a certain point of at least where man was at least doing stuff. Because if they can show you things that's not supposed to be here 100,000 years ago, like such as buildings and structures and all this other stuff, and that's what makes them look like they're very impervious to what really took place here. So of course they keep everything at a certain age, like you know what I'm saying, within, I'm gonna say the million to 200,000 year mark. And when I say 200,000 years, because that is the only time that they got, or that is the earliest time that they got Homo sapien, of a man that's supposed to be upright or erect or a thinking man, which that's what Homo sapien means, of my man who's a think or whatever. They got that date.
Hey, brother,
like I said,
I hate to break you off, but I got somebody that you probably want to say hi to. Dr. Short, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, the caller was. We were just having a discussion about America's. You know, he mentioned you actually, and then you happened to call me. It's perfect spirits with us. Caller, do you have any questions for Dr. Short?
Actually, no, I've spoken to Dr. Short a couple of times. But you know, I'm definitely a follower of him, and I was just telling him this. I did a men's meeting a couple of weeks ago in York, and I mentioned the name to I mentioned the name to Raz Baraka, and that motherfucker, he looked. I mean, he had to look back at me twice. Like he said, "Who, Randy Short?" And he just start smiling and shit. But yeah, I mentioned the name to him though. But I know last time you were saying about how he was in Howard with you or whatever. But yeah, he's the mayor of North. So I just want to touch on that.
Right on. I'll give him credit. Ras Baraka responded to that faster than Elijah Cummings did here in Baltimore. We just left his funeral. We've been out here since 6 o'clock. I thought I was going to have to have my foot amputated standing on the concrete. It was cold.
Damn.
Then they went there letting the white people take pictures, telling black folks they couldn't take pictures.
What? At the funeral?
Yes, at the black church. You know it's going to be at a black church.
Right.
Yeah, the white people taking pictures everywhere. Nobody's saying nothing to them. The black guy even had a little bald-headed Negro. He looks like somebody that works for UPS. He wants to get important, so he's fussing over people taking pictures. Eventually, the system shut him down. Obama's there right now. By the way, Obama, Biden, Witchy Poo, Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton, and Joe Biden.
Wow.
You know, Joe Biden looks like Dracula with no Grecian formula. You know, it's really just sad. All the black people that were cheering like it was Jesus, you know, who they have, I don't even think black people know who Jesus is. If they did, they would not be cheering for Obama, Joe Biden, or Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton. Baltimore has been destroyed by the policies of these people. Joe Biden did that Biden bill that has dogged Baltimore. And they're cheering for him. So, you know, black folks are psychotic. And I guess, you know, ain't no plantation small enough that black folks are afraid to run away from. I'm telling you.
Ain't no plantations. You know, at the funeral there, were there any protesters outside? Were there anybody like, you know, he was pro-abortion, you know, he killed so many babies, anything like that?
But you know, but there was a protest. It was muted. What you need to know is when they were talking about Elijah Cummings, there was muted clapping. There was some clapping. All the cheers were for other people.
Oh.
We were there. So basically, black folks are spectators, you know. In fact, if the Klan wasn't so mean, they would watch lynchings of black people and not say anything about it. Oh man, they could have used the bigger rope on him. And don't they know about strike first matches? You know, if they weren't bothered by the Klan, they wouldn't mind as long as it didn't happen to them. That's how we are. If I don't get AIDS, I don't care about AIDS. If a drunk driver doesn't run over my family, then drunk driving is okay. If mass incarceration picks up everybody in the neighborhood but me, I'm all right. In fact, that's why I don't understand why black people don't like Donald Trump. He's the exact same way. When Donald Trump talks, me. He was very nice to me, right? Black people are exactly like Donald Trump. How could you not like someone just like you?
Happens all the time.
So let me just say this to you. Oh my God, you know, I was trying to see if Mrs. Cummings was going to check his pockets before they closed the cabinet.
No, you didn't. You know, we have to, I mean, he's dead now. And like I've said before, you know,
I didn't say anything about him. We're not talking about Cummings. I'm the person I'm celebrating is Mike Miller. I want to see a funeral even bigger at a white Catholic church because, you know, black people won't go because the music is bad. So you know, Elijah, so all the black people were there. It was something to go to. And by the way, I will say there were almost no young people. So there's hope for us. There were almost no young people. I would have probably been a teenager, you know, like Dick Clark. All those black folks are almost walkers who remember Elijah Cummings when he was small. I don't know, that maybe Jesus was on the cross when he had a strand of hair still on his head. But there weren't a lot of young people, virtually no young people.
Damn. So there's hope.
No, that's hope. That's hope, yes. This is one time I'm not going to be down on young black people and say, oh my God. Y'all know y'all should have gone to that thing. Wink.
That's
the young black people weren't there. Did y'all see the young people, brother D? No, we didn't see the young people.
No, what about CNN and Al Jazeera and the big networks?
But that's the white propaganda thing. Look, this is all about black people voting for the goddamn Democratic Party. Joe Biden is, in fact, a Rocket Man was there up front. Elizabeth Warren. You know, she looks like Elton John. She does, and his hair looks better than hers. She looks like Elton John with a hangover. So Rocket Man was there. I saw Maxine Waters coming and says, "How can you tell?" She says, "A new wig. It was shiny." Oh, you got it? Okay. Okay. She had a new wig on. And even Shiva Jackson Lee, either she got that little hairpiece dyed, it was black. Because I've seen it before, and it was sort of like, it was iridescent. She'd had it so long. You know, polyester wears out.
Polyester wears out.
She does have a little fake hairpiece. It looks like a cottonmouth water moccasin with the head cut off. And she has that thing on the back of her head. So she had her hair dyed and everything. Who else was there? Oh, John Lewis.
Yes.
Yes. It looked like a lawn jacket with no hat. I mean, it was so funny. He's up there walking around all slow. Maybe because his butt hurt. John Lewis of Atlanta, Georgia.
We can do
so
better.
He was there. Oh, yeah. You know what? Someone else had their hair dyed blonde. If you didn't know it was a dude, you would have thought it was a tranny. It was Al Green. Had a little ponytail, like a little white Easy Rider hippie.
No
Come on,
way.
black men don't wear ponytails. That's so gay. That's gay Al.
Big gay Al.
You know, the disrespect the president showed. He's showing disrespect to black manhood. You look like a caveman in the front, and then you look like Lucy from back. You know, like a cartoon character. Veronica. Remember the Archies?
Yes.
What do you have a ponytail like Veronica? Remember Veronica with the ponytail?
From the Archies and Jughead.
Yeah. Jughead are the black people that keep voting for these fools. There was Butterfield was there, you know, the little one from North Carolina. He looks like a Mexican that lost his sombrero.
Oh,
Him,
my God.
He was there. Karen Bass, the one who looks like Uncle Fester. She almost fell into the casket. Maybe he gave her stuff. Because, you know, she only married Mexicans.
Oh, my. So, all these
Karen
people.
Bass, the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus is Karen Bass. She looks like Uncle Fester with some mahogany makeup on and some glasses.
Some glasses. So,
I'm serious.
Who was like the keynote speaker at the event?
Well, no, I was just staying there for that. I have other things to do. I haven't eaten all day. We had to get up at like 5 in the morning for this and stand. And they kept us outside deliberately. So it would be, you know, it's all cold.
But you did get a chance to see the body then in the casket?
Well, I could see it in the casket. I wasn't trying to get close to it. Remember, they haven't told us how he died. I don't want it, okay?
Oh, stop, doctor. Like he's a biological hazard.
But let me tell you, you could see from up in the balcony that the skin tone was kind of jaundiced. It wasn't like a sweet, nice-looking brown. It almost looked like a kind of like ghetto tropical fantasy drink color purple with the brown tint.
So he probably had liver failure. That's very painful.
I don't know. But no, he had black failure, and that's the thing that concerns me the most. Black failure. And man, you should have seen his wife in there. She was falling all over people,
crying.
You know, I wanted to give her a handkerchief. You know, from up to the balcony. I was trying to get to her. I'm sorry, bitch. I kept getting in trouble. You know. Nancy Pelosi was there.
Was she?
Looked sober. She looked sober, but you know what? I think she thought she was going to leave and realized she had to go back and take her seat. And then she tried to play it off and bow before the casket in the aisle. Oh my God. Ooh, unhealthy food. I'm black. You know I'm gay. We pulled up to a McDonald's. Holy Jesus. Buy some food. Oh my God.
From the Mickey D shack.
Oh, Well, it should be nigga D for Black Death, because that's all you can get up in here. But what I want to say to y'all about this thing, and I want you to understand this was all a big scam. A big, big scam to get black people. So all you could see everywhere were Democratic Party official types. They want to launch off of this and make Elijah Cummings a martyr for blacks to come and vote for the Democrats, because they haven't this entire season been able to electrify us.
And they're going to use this man's death as a way to electrify or energize?
Yes, they did it before. They did it with Rosa Parks. They surfboard on that broad's casket to get wherever they want to go.
Oh, wow.
You know, like Proud Mary, rolling on a river, right? Yeah, they did. It was disgusting, and I like Rosa Parks. And Rosa Parks was a gun owner. I like Rosa Parks. So, you know, and she never dogged out her drunken black husband like these coon-ass feminists do. So I love me some Rosa Parks.
Wow.
And Rosa Parks loved Malcolm X. And people don't know that. A major fan of Malcolm X. And Rosa Parks liked the Panthers, too.
But she had no idea, like, what the, I mean, she did have some idea what happened after they died and all that, but what was her opinion when it was found out?
Hold it. Let's talk straight, brother. Do you know that Rosa Parks, when they talk about that bus boycott, you don't hear about Rosa Parks that much other than her name. Right. You know why?
Why?
Rosa Parks was being kept in a safe house in D.C. off of DuPont Circle because they're going to kill her. Rosa Parks knew all about folks wanting to kill you. They got her out and hid her in D.C. In a white area, passed her off as a maid, so nobody heard her. How you doing? How you feeling?
Oh, yes. I mean, that's very heavy.
So people don't know that about Rosa Parks. There's a house that's right there, Rosa Parks State House. I think it's off of 22nd or 21st and N Streets, Northwest Washington, D.C. They were going to kill her.
And think about it. All those men with all that hate basically just turn into Democrats and people vote for them.
Right. Well, actually, they learned something. They don't have to hate us openly. They can give us black Democrat politicians for life. They're doing a great job. I asked someone, if you don't know what a black congressional district looks like, just get a good look at Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and you got it.
Bombed out, burnt out.
No. So back to the funeral. There were thousands of people there. Hope, I tell you what I want.
So it was an event. I'm shocked they weren't selling T-shirts and books.
They will later. She will. Let me see. All day. Sausage biscuit with an egg. Or can they do a big breakfast? Where the hell is that?
A big breakfast is pancake, eggs, hash brown, sausage.
Yeah. Do that.
With
and
coffee.
Put an extra patty in there. A big breakfast with an extra sausage patty. I'm good. Okay. Yeah, we've been out all day waiting. But you should have seen her, and she had on white. Like she could wear white. She couldn't wear it for her wedding. How could she do it for the funeral?
Oh, well, you know.
Okay, so that's all interesting. I'm sorry.
I mean, the only thing, what was it? You know, saying you traditionally couldn't start dating until after a year. So if we see her engaged or remarried under a year, then we know that something's up.
Well, wait a minute. He was a serial adulterer. That's affirmative action. I want men to stop cheating on women, and then I feel differently about women cheating on men. Nobody should cheat on anybody.
No. I mean, he shouldn't have cheated on her, obviously, either.
And his first wife, too. I mean, just, man, look, his DC, I told you, it's a nasty, whorish city. Got a big symbolic penis in the middle of it. And it's named for a man that more than likely died. Well, they said he was poisoned, but also, you know, George Washington was a hoe. These people were just whores and Saturns. Founding fathers.
Well, there was a reason why they wore blouses and tight pants, but you know.
Well, look, the pictures that you see of George Washington aren't real, because if you go Google it, they'll tell you that George Washington's pictures are doctored because George Washington had pox. I don't know if it's smallpox, chicken pox, but syphilis is also called a pox. I don't know. I didn't say he had it. I'm only saying that George Washington had a very ugly face, had all sorts of holes and stuff and everything in it. And the pictures that you see aren't real. On top of that, what made all his teeth fall out?
Poor guy. No teeth? What I heard, that he didn't have
Excuse me, I'm gonna take this Stanley. He didn't have what?
He didn't have proper diet.
He didn't have real teeth. He had teeth ripped out of the mouths of black men made by French dentists.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, if he didn't rip it out, who would just give you their teeth? So somebody was stupid, or someone was so poor that they'd sell their teeth out of their mouth to someone.
Well, wasn't this slavery days? Like a slave had a choice. Come here, boy. And they just ripped those days. You didn't have to ask. It was a slave. They ripped it out of slave's mouth. You know what I mean? Hey, boy, you want to pick cotton or lose your teeth? Trick question. You got to do both.
George Washington grew weed. He did not grow cotton. He grew hemp.
Yeah, but hemp, for the record, is not weed. A lot of people will get confused on that.
It's a type of weed.
Right, but you won't get high on it. It has no THC value. So
no, but it's just the equivalent. They use it, industrial hemp. And by the way, people call it hemp when they smoke it because it's that type of plant. But yeah, you're right. He grew weed light. Industrial
with free labor. Hold on, but we gotta remember the free labor. I don't care if he was growing tulips, it doesn't matter. It's the free labor aspect that's the issue.
Yes, sir.
You know, and a lot of these people, especially when we're dealing with the founding fathers, you know, it really gives me great pause to how much discrepancy there is in regular school versus reality.
Right.
You know, so we got to understand, if we can't get history right, even talking about World War II, how in the hell do you think we're getting history right going back thousands or 200, 300, 600 years ago?
But you can get it right if people want to tell the actual thing. See, our issue is that folks don't want to tell. You know, and I always said to people that cherry tree that George Washington cut down was an actual tree. It's a young black woman.
Wait, hold on, explain that story. I never heard that before. Explain that, if you can.
It says that George Washington couldn't tell a lie because his father had asked him who cut down the cherry tree. And George Washington says, "Father, I cut it down. I cannot tell a lie." Now, why are they talking about a cherry tree getting cut down? You own all this land and you worried about one tree? I think it's a young, because he was involved in this lottery where these rich white men would bid on black child virgins that they're going to screw.
Jeffrey Epstein of the day, huh?
Yes. Well, Jeffrey Epstein is just another rich white man.
Damn. Now that should be what people should be talking about, the propensity of rich men to engage in pedophilia. He could not tell a lie.
Does that mean that George Washington did it to his dad's pedophilia victim? He got it before the dad did.
It would sound that way.
I mean, well, I'm making psychological references there. Whether I can prove it or not is nothing else. But then as much as that he participated in those lotteries, and cherry has meant the same thing for a long time.
Oh.
And I wonder.
Gives a new meaning to the word battle axe.
Well, then again, the battle axe must not have been that good if you need to mess with people that small.
Oh, damn. Battle hatchet, more like it.
And he was always away from Martha. He wanted her money, but not her bad breath or bad cooch.
He wanted the money. Yes, now that's a story most people don't realize, that George Washington was kind of poor until he hooked up with a girl, the daughter of the richest man in Virginia. That's how he came up on his wealth like that. Most people don't realize. They think, oh, he won the war and he was giving up. No. Listen, warriors don't get paid. Warriors get played.
And by the way, I need to send you a picture of my great aunt who looks like George Washington in drag. Take to the car. Yeah. Okay. I got your
Caller, you still there?
Hold on. So, are you feeling me?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you
feeling me? So, yeah, I'm going to send you a picture of my great aunt who's from George Washington's family. And she looks like George Washington with the sex change and some Moroccan makeup on.
Well, wouldn't that be insane if his DNA is really flowing through her?
It is. It's the same damn family. You're not listening to me. Her last name is Dunstan. Where was he born? Dunstan Hall. I'm trying to say to you, I live up here. This is why we would get punished in school over this. The people knew the black kids in the school were George Washington's descendants. And they would always tell them, because the white kids would get upset, we were all taught that George Washington was sterile. That way, because if black kids, see, my school was right down the street from George Washington's son's land. George Washington had a black son. They don't talk about it. But there's a place called Gum Springs right outside of D.C. Yeah, I got you. Gum Springs is where George Washington's son had land, bottom land, and outside Alexandria. And I grew up just across the road from Gum Spring, and all the people there are George Washington's descendants.
Wow.
And by the way, if that's my great aunt, then somehow I'm through marriage related to George Washington. Not that I want him, I'm just telling you how it is. This is why, I told you when I was having this fight with this little broad to cover the story on the Equality Act, that go ahead and do this damn Equality Act if you want. Go ahead. Because I said, you know what? I'm John C. Breckinridge's grandson, great-great-great-grandson, okay? And what I could do is say I'm gay and become head of the Daughters of the Confederacy. How would you like that?
No, he didn't.
That's when she wrote out that bitch started typing right there once she understood. I said, you know how over-the-top black sissies are. They'll be wearing hoop skirts and trying to be in the bathroom with you. You want that? Would that help race relations? She says, I understand, sir. The honest white people know that black folks are not only descendants from ancient Israel and everything else, we're also descendants of all the founding fathers and everybody else. These white folks with those Polak-ass names from Poland and all that, what does that have to do with George Washington? You from Russia.
That's true. That's true.
These people have nothing to do with this stuff. It's all about us. It has nothing to do with them. It never has had anything to do with them. Huh?
It's almost like an internal family struggle.
Yes. Thank you. It is an internal family struggle, but you know what? It's a dysfunctional pedophile family structure.
I mean, just when you kept, just the reality of that lottery thing is just really sinking in, and it's hitting hard. Can you imagine the anger and the sorrow that these girls had to experience?
Yeah,
and they're still experiencing it.
Do you realize that they would kill these girls if they weren't virgins and castrate the boys that screwed them and all this stuff. It's some nasty stuff. It's some nasty, vicious. Did they switch over to lunch when you were in there? Oh, wow. All day. Sure. Anyway, let me call you back, brother, because I need to stuff my face.
All right.
But, we can come back. Did you hear the Judge Joe Brown show last night?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
There was a sister from the NAACP that called in. I thought I was going to have a problem. Turned out she was on time.
Yeah, just call me back and we'll just take it from there. I got to do a little running this morning, but not much.
Okay, I'll treat you white.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. Well. Learn something new every day, or at least try to, huh? Well, this show is 1 hour, almost 2 hours. It's been a great one, though. Very interesting, no doubt, as always. I just want to thank you all for watching and sharing the videos, participating in the chat rooms, calling in, or accepting a call from the show, whichever applies. Thank you. This will conclude TPIM SR Lives, The People's Show. I'm your host, True Powers Mind. Today's date, October 25th, 2019, the year of our Lord. As always, I ask you live your life with integrity without hate, envy, or greed. Brothers and sisters, let's please try to be kinder to each other. Peace and power, unity and victory, respect and dignity, and liberation. I'm out.